show you how to clean the Remington 1100. I want to start out by taking off the cap, which holds the forearm and the barrel together. Once you're done taking that apart, set that aside, and then you want to pull off your forearm and set that aside. Next, you want to pull off the barrel. Make sure your action is open without any ammo in it, and then slide your barrel right off. Set that aside. That's ready for cleaning. Then next, you want to take your piston and piston seal along with the O-ring and slide all three of them off. There's the O-ring, which goes in first, comes off first. Then the piston, that comes off second. Then the piston seal, which comes off third. And then next, you want to close your action gently. Close it and pull this little arm or lever out. Just pop it out. Just set that aside. Then you have your bolt and your action left. You want to look inside of your action from the bottom. On the right side, right where the bolt is, right against this back wall, there's a little lever. You want to push down on that lever, and you should be able to just slide out the gas system. By doing this, you should be able to disassemble the rest of your shotgun. There's the bolt, really dirty, and the gas system. Set both of those aside for cleaning. Then lastly, we want to, second to last I guess, you want to pop out the two pins with the punch and elevate it with, I'll just use a screwdriver. Elevate it and pop out these two pins. There's a big one and a small pin. So you want to pop both of them out and use a rubber mallet. There's one. There's two. Should just pop out. They're two different sizes, and right there my firing mechanism just fell right out. Set that aside. We'll probably just oil that just a tiny bit. Then very lastly, we have the spring inside of there. So, actually it's not a spring. It holds the bolt up in place, slides along that. So I'm going to take that out. Need pliers. Just going to use a multi-tool, needle nose, and you want to look towards the front. You see there's two little ends. They're like prongs or like tweezers. They spring outward, and you want to just pinch down on those, and you should be able to just pick it up, and then you want to twist it out. And then your action and everything is completely disassembled. When this is done, you can just start cleaning. To start out with cleaning, I'm going to be using Inhibitor Nano VCI Oil Blend. This prevents rust, and basically apparently this is one of the best stuff you can get on the market. I'm going to start off by cleaning inside of the action. I'm going to spray some of the inhibitor inside, just a little bit, two little dabs, and then I'm going to take a rag and I'm just going to clean out all of the carbon and all the corrosion and stuff. I might also use a little bit of M Pro 7 and just spray it in there, along with using a nylon brush that I have, and scrub everything down inside. Now I'm going to wipe down the rest of the inside, get all of the oil and stuff cleaned out with the rag. Once I'm done cleaning the inside of the action, I'm going to set it aside to clean it a little bit later. Next, I'm going to clean the barrel by using a boresnake, 12 gauge boresnake, and I'm going to spray Pro 7 along the behind the copper brushes, but before the end so it can dry off. Just apply it around the edges of the boresnake, just not a whole lot. Once this is done, I'm going to apply it, slide it through the barrel, the weight, and pull it through. Once I've pulled the boresnake through, that's just a quick and easy way to clean the barrel. I'm going to set that aside for later too. And I'm going to clean the bolt. For the bolt, I'm going to use Pro 7 again and spray it on the inside and wipe it down with the brush. The bolt on this 1100 is extremely dirty. Like, we probably haven't cleaned this. I don't even know. I haven't cleaned it. My dad might have, but that was a long time ago. He's never told me that the last time he's cleaned it. So on the bolt, I'm not going to disassemble the firing pin because I probably don't even have to clean that. Shouldn't be dirty. If it is, I can already see inside and it looks clean. So I'm just going to leave that alone. Not going to worry about it. But if I were, I would have to punch out right there, punch out that little pin. And then it would just slide out, and along with this piece right here, this would fall out too. Once we've cleaned our 1100, we want to reassemble it. To reassemble it, you want to start out by taking your action and find this the last thing we took out, little prong thing, and you want to reinsert it exactly opposite how you take it out. See this little arch? It should match up with the arch on your actual gun. That's how I remember it. And then you want to insert it and then twist on the little railing that we had and catch it with your needle nose pliers, pinch those ends, pull down, and put it inside that little tube. Once that's inserted, you should be safe and should be ready to go on to the next part. Next, we want to reinsert our trigger assembly. I've cleaned this. There's a bunch of grease and stuff. I just use a little brake cleaner, or you could use starter fluid, something that really gets away the grease and stuff. So I used that, so I cleaned it up a little bit. It was really cruddy. So you want to reinsert it with the shell catcher right there. Reinsert that down inward first, and you want to slide the rest of your assembly in. Make sure your gun is on safety so that way the hammer doesn't go off while you're inserting it. Line the pinholes up and insert the 2 pins. Well, there's the big pin, and the little pin. Use the rubber mallet and tap those in. So now the trigger assembly is in, and now we're gonna put in the bolt and the gas system. I'm going to start out by putting the bolt on top of the gas system, right where it was. You should see this little hole right there. That's where the little handle inserts into when it's assembled. So you want to insert this assembly right here, and you want to have mine has engraving on it. My 1100 has engraving on it. You want to have that facing outward. So like where the shells come out of, and you want to insert it right back onto the slide in the magazine and slide it right back into place. You want to put your hand through that little hole and get that little catch again on the inside right by the mag, and then it should allow, there we go, That allows the rest of your assembly to go back in. So now that that's in, we want to insert the little handle, insert it in the same little hole, pop it in, and now it's inserted. So now that that's inserted, we're going to pull the bolt all the way back, and we're going to put on our piston and piston seal and everything. The way you want to attach the piston and the piston seal is the flat end of this piston seal right here, this flush end, goes towards the bottom. The muzzle is going upward, and this little chamfer on the inside matches up with this little chamfer on here. You can see the two of them. You can see a little bit of the chamfers. They just fit right in with each other. This is basically the same as the 1187, except for I'm pretty sure the 1187 has this just built together. So now we want to slide this on with the top part with the little ridge facing upward, and the flat part on the bottom side, which goes against the gas system. Slide that down the system and just slide it just about halfway. And then you want to insert your O-ring and just slide that on there too. Once your O-ring slid on, we'll be ready to insert the barrel. Make sure your action is back and insert the barrel right through the top. It should just slide right in. There we go. Slid right into place. And now install your forearm on the top, and then screw in your cap. Once this is screwed in, your 1100 should be completely clean and reassembled. Should be working just properly. Now we're ready to shoot.